Shalom to Nadia Matar, co-chairwoman of the Sovereignty Organization.
Shalom Yoni.
How do you summarize this year that's ending today?
As Judith Katzover, my co-chair, says it so well, the private soul searching will do in shul alone. It's the national soul searching, cheshbon nefesh, that we have to do. And the main question we have to ask is, how come when the majority of the Israeli people, over 70, almost 80 mandates, voted for the right wing, for Eretz Israel, for sovereignty, against the Palestinian state, what happened that we don't have such a government? What happened that the government does not express the will of the majority of the Jewish people, who are so sane and so loving of Eretz Israel, so wanting the land of Israel, so wanting sovereignty, voted for that, voted against the Palestinian state, and we still have a government that doesn't express the wish of the overwhelming majority of the Jewish people, which I want to add to this list. They want a Jewish state. They want a state with Jewish values. That is Am Yisrael, the beautiful people of Israel. And what happened that we don't have such a government that expresses that? That is the soul searching we will have to do. And our message to this government is, remember that that's what the people want. The people do not want left. The people do not want a Palestinian state. The people want right-wing, want national, want Eretz Israel, want aliyah, want security, want the Israeli IDF army not to have their hands tight when fighting for an enemy. We have to shoot the enemy when they attack, yes, without apologizing. There's so many beautiful things that the people of Israel wanted, and because of all kinds of internal rifts and internal fighting by politicians, we don't have that now, and we hope that that's what we will work on in this coming year.
And in terms of the public discourse, something has happened to us. How do you relate to that?
Absolutely. We have to talk. On the one hand, you have to be careful because you have to let people express their feelings. But the way we have to express those feelings has to be in a way that the other side can listen, and the other side also needs to listen. The other side also needs to understand. I definitely agree that it doesn't help not to curse and not to talk in a very sharp way, and we have to talk to the heart of the people. The majority of the Jewish people are united. I think that there's a lot of people who work for a certain side here and there, and they don't expect to express the majority of the Jewish people. The majority of the Jewish people do not like the violent talking, and there's a lot of fake there too. The majority of the Jewish people are not like that, and it's a lot of political activists who are on Instagram and on Twitter and on giving the impression that there's a very big rift. I will go back to what I said. What we have to go to is what the majority of the Jewish people want. And the majority is the silent majority, who are very upset, very disappointed, are very sad that this kind of government came to power when it's not representing what the majority of the people want.
So what do you bless our viewers, the nation, as we begin the new Jewish year?
Now that we have this government, we have to remind those people who represent Eretz Israel that they should stick to what they promised before the elections. They have to stick to what they promised before the elections, that they're loyal to Eretz Israel, that they are right-wing. Stop telling us that it was anyway with other people before, it was like that. Just show us with your actions. Show us that you're still lovers of Eretz Israel, loyal to Eretz Israel, and that you're not going to go to the middle. Don't talk to us about being in the middle. You know, the Rebbe Mikotsk says that in the middle, it's only animals who go in the middle. But the people go to the side of the street. Take a position. Don't tell us that you sell the middle, because the left is working every day. The left doesn't go to the middle. The left is trying to push against the will of the majority of the people what they want. And we turn to our people, to Prime Minister Bennett, to Ayelet Shaked, to all of the people of the right wing in the government. Stay to the right and promote the right wing causes. Don't disappoint us. history will remember you with your actions, not with telling us that there's a lot of fake news, and not with telling us that anyway other people, other prime ministers did things before. You have been chosen now. Show us that you're loyal to the land of Israel, and your actions will reward you. And if not, then God forbid, we don't want to even think about a situation where you're not promoting the right wing. So, Be'ezrat Hashem, we're wishing you a Shana Tova to all of Am Yisrael. We want to wish a Shana Tova to Arutz Sheva, who is doing incredible work promoting the values of Eretz Israel and Judaism. And I think that the sovereignty movement, in one sentence, because I didn't speak about that, what our message and our goal was this past year and this coming year is to keep the idealistic values in the consciousness and on the map. Corona will get over it. We have to stick to the values, to idealism, to Eretz Israel, to Tzionut, Zionism, Aliyah, Bitachon. That's what we need to deal with. So to Am Yisrael, Shana Tova.
Nadia Matar, thank you very much, and Shana Tova.
Thank you, Shana Tova, Gmar Chatima Tova.